Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another off-season rebuild as of today. Today's is going to be a little bit more of a fan favorite type of a rebuild. What we're going to try to do is we're going to try to bring Lonzo Ball here to Chicago on the Bulls. If you guys know, I'm a huge Chicago Bulls fan, so truthfully, I would love to see it. I think that he would be a tremendous fit here in Chicago. But the problem is I don't really know how we would necessarily get him. Obviously, we have two massive contracts in, Zach LaVine and Vucevic. On top of that, Lauri Markkanen is a free agent this year. So it does make it a little bit tough when it comes to trying to get a guy like Lonzo Ball. But I do think that, we might be able to get him. So, we will go to the moratorium here. I do want to bring Daniel Theis back on a 3-year deal. I would love for him to come back. We can offer Lauri a contract. I would just be afraid that we wouldn't really have enough money afterwards to be able to sign a guy like Lonzo, so we may have to do like a sign and trade. But I'm going to try to get Lauri Markkanen on the qualifying offer, which I do. So we have about $18 million left. I don't know if maybe that's enough to sign Lonzo. Maybe. Okay, so I guess it was simply that easy. I do think if it was, I gotta make sure I deselect other teams. But, in all honesty, I do think that it would be a lot more difficult to sign him in real life, just because I think that he would hold a little bit more value than that. And on top of that, I think that that the Pelicans would be matching something, especially if it was just something like a 2-year deal. So I truthfully don't see it being that easy. I do think we would probably have to give up Markkanen. We'd probably have to give up maybe one of our defensive pieces in like Daniel Theis or Troy Brown, and probably like a pick. So it would be a lot harder to trade for than that. I truthfully believe that. So we'll go ahead and go into the training camps. I know the two guys I want to send it to. I want to send it to Kobe White, and I want to send untapped potential to Patrick Williams. Obviously, those are the guys of the future, especially for right now on the Chicago Bulls. Zach LaVine, he looks pretty promising to stay there. It's just, you never really know. So this is going to be our lineup for now. I could very well see Thaddeus Young being our starting power forward. But I think this is kind of the way we're going to do it now. Just have Thad Young off the bench for Vucevic. Have Kobe White off the bench for Lonzo. We would have Daniel Theis off the bench for Markkanen. And then Troy Brown Jr. And I would only want to run 9-man just because this team's not very deep. We would have Aminu down there, but I genuinely don't think that he would be the answer long term. So let's go ahead and check out the system proficiency real quick. It looks like the balanced or grit and grind would probably be the best. So I'm perfectly fine with leaving it, especially since that's Billy Donovan's specialty. So actually, though, grit and grind, Zach LaVine's not very good at it, and he's kind of our star, so it might be a little bit of a better option to go balanced. Yeah, let's do that. Just because, obviously, our star, Zach LaVine, we would have to, it'd be better to, kind of make the decision around him. So, let's go to the staff real quick. I'm just going to change his, his preferred system over to balanced. And other than that, I genuinely don't think I'm going to make any moves. I think that we're okay enough. I think we should make the playoffs, and we'll just have to kind of see where we're at this next year. So I don't think Lauri Markkanen will be back, so we'll have to figure out that power forward position. Patrick Williams will only get better. Lonzo will only get better. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see, but I'll see you guys at the end of the year. So I definitely don't think this is what would happen if the Bulls ended up signing Lonzo Ball, but hey, I mean, if that's what works. We ended up as the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference and number 4 in the power rankings. Giannis is your MVP. By the way, just stop real quick. Shout out to Giannis, man. He played absolutely phenomenal in Game 6 of the NBA Finals this year, and he definitely deserved to win. I could do a 20-minute rant about, how I think that game went. I truly think that Giannis, he played literally spectacular, but I do think a lot of it went on Monty Williams and the coaching as well, as to why the Suns lost. On top of that, DeAndre Ayton didn't even look like he wanted to be there. He was literally pissing down his leg as soon as he saw Giannis. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Just shout out to Giannis. If you are a Bucks fan, I'm happy for you. Obviously, in my lifetime, I've never seen the Bulls win a championship. So hopefully one day it'll come back around. But it's not looking good for right now. So we'll keep it moving. Cade Cunningham is Rookie of the Year, which I think is probably going to happen in real life too. Oh, Cade Cunningham pushed John Wall onto the bench. That's crazy. I figured they'd probably run him 1 and 2, or even, you could honestly, with the height of Cade Cunningham, at 6'8", you could run him at the 3, but whatever. I'm not the coach. Defense Player of the Year goes to Jonathan Isaac. Jason Tatum, Most Improved. Al Thomas, Coach of the Year. And Executive of the Year goes to Andrew Truman. Andrew Truman. Wow. I think this one, no. Was this one us? I don't remember. We had a really good record, though. I do know that. So let's check out all the All-NBA teams. Do we have anybody? I doubt it. We do have all defensive first team with Lonzo, so I guess that was a very solid pickup. He's able to lock down that position. We won't have any rookies. We lost our pick this year. Like I said, we were the 1 seed. So let's take a look at the stats. So, oh my lord. Zach LaVine averaged 31 points. That's... What? Yo. Alright. Alright. I don't even know what to say. Literally almost 50, 40, 90. Like, alright. Kobe White had a pretty good year too. 16 points off the bench. Really can't argue with that. 4 assists, 3 rebounds per game. Can't argue with that. Very, very close to 50, 40, 90. Very close. Vucevic, put up 16 and 11. Can't argue with that either. Stealing a block a game, pretty decent efficiency, and then Patrick Williams took a pretty decent jump here, up 4 points per game, up a rebound per game, up a little bit of a block per game, and his efficiency pretty much, his 3-point efficiency went up a lot. He's shooting almost 43% from 3 now. That's kind of crazy. Lonzo Ball did his thing. He was a facilitator out there, exactly what we needed him to be. Lauri Markkanen did a little bit of, he was all right. Thaddeus Young actually didn't play very well, but he didn't get very many minutes. So I was trying to see how many minutes. Well, I was looking for minutes per game, not. Oh, there we go, 21.9. So played okay. Daniel Tice, he was the last guy in our rotation, so I didn't really expect him to do much. And Troy Brown Jr. was down there as well, so. We're not a very deep team by any stretch of the imagination. We're going up against Frank, Emmanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Obi Toppin, Bobby Portis. So they pick up Doug McDermott. They pick up Alec Burks, Kim Birch. So they lost out on Derrick Rose. He's not here anymore. Very interesting. But I guess we'll see how it goes. So we actually swept them. I definitely didn't see that coming. This one, I don't think we'll win. The team is pretty much the exact same, but they picked up Schroeder and Nerlens Noel to make them even a deeper squad than they were before. So I just don't think it's going to happen. Oh, wow, we win in 7. I think we just came back from 3-1. But this year, yeah, there's no shot we're beating Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. There's just no way. I just don't foresee it happening. And they got Reggie Jackson off the bench, Frank Kaminsky. Excuse me. Yeah, I just don't foresee it happening, but I guess we'll try it. What? And then we're going up against the Grizzlies, who have Eric Gordon starting, which is interesting. They have Jaren Jackson Jr., Joe Val, Mike Conley. Wait, Mike Conley came back to Memphis? That's kind of crazy, actually. Wow. I can't believe we're in the finals the first year. Did we sweep them? Wait, what? How did how did this team win in year one? I mean, Zach LaVine put up ridiculous numbers. I'm sure he is probably very close to 50, 40, 90 if he wasn't already there. But what? No, I don't think I have any sliders up. Yeah, the simulator difficulty is actually higher than what it was before. Wow. I don't know how we won. So I guess technically I completed the challenge, but I don't want to end it there. I really don't. You know, that was a little bit too early. So I guess let's just go here. Let's go. I'm sure we don't have a good pick, especially since we just won it all. So just the 30th overall pick. For staff signings, I think I want to bring Billy Donovan back, just because he did, just win us a championship. So it'd be pretty crappy to to just let him walk after that. But then we'll bring in this guy. Sure. I don't even know. And he rejects it. Cool. Yeah, you didn't deserve that money anyway. So, I don't know. I can't believe we won that. I really can't. I'm not even... I think I'm going to go to draft night here. I'm just going to try to trade finder my first round pick. Maybe I can try to get a future first, or... Yeah, it's all second round picks, actually. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So I guess we're just going to waste our picks. I don't really care, though. I definitely didn't foresee us being this good. I really didn't. We're not going to bring this guy in. I'm sorry, buddy. But player options, I definitely want to bring back Kobe White. I definitely want to bring back Patrick Williams. They were two key pieces to our team. For the qualifying offers, I only want to give one to Troy Brown Jr. I really don't care about the rest. For moratorium here, I don't know. So we have to re-sign Zach LaVine and Lauri Markkanen and Thaddeus Young. Yeah, this could be bad. This could be very bad. So definitely want to get Zach LaVine back. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We'll even give him a player option, and he should take that. I don't think there's going to be anyone giving any offers to Lauri Markkanen in all seriousness, at least not for right now. So I would like to. I don't know. I could try to get, like a bigger name on there, because we do have some pretty decent money. But who would we be giving up? So we'd be giving up our starting power forward. So we would definitely have to get our starting power forward. And we would definitely have to get like a backup of some sort. So who could we get? No, I don't want affordable. I just want all positions in general. Okay, so power forward, I mean, we could try to get Kevin Durant. I don't think it would happen. We could try to... Actually, I really like the idea of bringing in John Collins. We could give him an offer. And Jaren Jackson Jr. So those will be my three options. And all three of them agree. Wow. Okay. So I definitely want to bring in Zach LaVine. Would I have enough money to do this? Wait, really? Wait, hold up. I'm lost. I'm actually lost. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think I would have enough money to sign Kevin Durant, but okay, so we're working with about 30 mil, so that's definitely enough. So we could sign Jaren Jackson Jr. That'd be perfectly fine with me. Does he end up accepting it? And he does. So now let's see what all we're missing here. So we have our point guard position set. We have our two guard set. Honestly, we could try to get a backup three, but I'm perfectly fine with that. So we need like a backup center and a backup small forward maybe, and then we should be good to go. So small forwards or a shooting guard that can play the three. Duncan Robinson might not be terrible. Sure, let's bring in Duncan Robinson. I kind of like that actually, especially for this team. And then let's get a defensive center. We could get Serge Ibaka. No, let's get Thomas Bryant. Actually, he wants a lot of money. Could get Chris Boucher. How much is... Okay, Chris Boucher is asking for about $8 million as well. We could try for Serge. Yeah, let's try to offer a 1-year deal to Serge. And he does end up accepting that, and Duncan Robinson. So, we're pretty much set for the next year. I know that the team is looking a little wonky right now with the fact that we just got Duncan Robinson, just got Serge Ibaka, and Jared Jackson Jr. It's definitely different. But, you know, I don't think it's anything, like, too crazy. And the fact that we just won a championship is just kind of wild to me. So we'll go to Untapped Potential, and the guys I want to send it to. Is Lonzo an A+? Yeah, he is. Okay, so let's go. I still want to send it to Kobe White, and I still want to send it to Patrick Williams. Those are my two guys that I truly just think that they have, like, loads of potential. So here's going to be our rotation for year 2. We have Kobe White off the bench, Duncan Robinson, Daniel Tice, and Serge Ibaka. The only thing I'm going to change is just changing Duncan Robinson. I think his backup position is already small forward, so I think I'm going to do this. Move him to a small forward just so his overall goes up a little. Plus, we do need a backup, like, small forward, because more than a backup too, because Zach LaVine can kind of do, or he can kind of be that guy. So that's going to be the rotation. I'm just going to go with this rotation right here. You know, Kobe White, Duncan Robinson, Daniel Tice, and Serge Ibaka off the bench. So that's all I'm going to really do. So I'll just see you guys at the end of the year. So we were a little bit worse than last year. I don't know how much it's truly going to affect us, but we were a little bit worse. Ja Morant actually wins MVP. That's kind of cool. This guy wins Rookie of the Year. Precious wins Sixth Man of the Year. Jonathan Isaac, once again, Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved goes to Troy Brown Jr., of course, the guy that we traded away. Or I guess we didn't trade him away. We just didn't re-sign him. So, Most Improved, or Coach of the Year does go to Dwayne Casey, and Andrew Truman, once again, Executive of the Year. So, you know, Andrew Truman's over there. He's really doing his thing. So, let's check the teams. I doubt we'll have anybody, but we can always look. Defensive team, once again, Lonzo's there. LaMelo, actually, all defensive first team. That's kind of cool. I didn't really think that they respected his defense like that, but because I just haven't really seen it, I guess. But anyway, so we did end up as the 2 seed. We're going up against Philly first round, who still have Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, and Embiid. So how they were a 7th seed, and Derrick Rose off the bench. So how they were a 7th seed, I do not know. Brought Robert Covington here. I was going to say, I thought he was already here at one point, so he got traded back to Philadelphia. Hernan Gomez, he was on the team at one point. I don't know how we got him, but I don't think I re-signed him or anything. So yeah, they have a very good squad. So I wouldn't be surprised if we lost this one. And we go on to 1-5. I just don't understand. I really don't. Now we're going up against the Knicks, who have Chris Paul, Terry Rozier, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and Willie Hernan Gomez. So we went against the first Hernan Gomez brother in the first round, and then the second. Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, we end up losing in 5. Cool. So we. I can't say I'm too shocked about that. The Pelicans go on to win the finals here. So this will be interesting. This will be the 3rd and final season, of course. Obviously, this isn't too realistic in all seriousness. I think it would take at least Lauri Markkanen and probably some draft picks to get Lonzo Ball. Just in all seriousness, that's just kind of where I think we would be at. So because of that, I don't know. I just don't foresee it. So maybe we can go ahead and try to do something crazy. I don't know if we'd be able to or not. So Lonzo Ball declines his player option. So the whole video is around this man, and he declines his player option. Wow, what a guy. Qualifying offer, we will give Kobe White the qualifying, of course. I don't think we'll have any money at all. We'll offer Kobe White the max, just so that way. Wait, I thought I offered him the max. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay, just so that way he does come back on the qualifying. And I don't think, as crazy as it sounds, I don't think I'm going to re-sign Vucevic. I think I'm going to try to get a guy like Jokic. Do I think he would come to Chicago? No chance. But we'll at least give it a shot. Okay, so he signed with the Denver Nuggets, which is perfectly fine with me. I would like to get Lonzo Ball back. I don't know if he would. We could get Christian Wood as a center. Could get Mo Bamba. Could get Miles Turner. Let's try to get Miles Turner. I don't think I've ever actually tried to get Miles Turner. Okay, so how much money do we have left? Only $9 million. So what are we kind of looking at here? So we have our 1 and our 2 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could use probably a backup 2 or a backup 3, and then we should be honestly good to go. So we could try to get Duncan Robinson back 1 more year. We could try to get Matisse Thybulle back. Not a huge fan of any of these. Maybe we could get Shake. Let's see how much or what was he averaging? So he'd be average. So would he. Duncan Robinson didn't do terrible for us. Tough. It's a tough situation here. But I think I'll bring in Shake. Might as well. All right. So honestly, I'm just gonna sim to the end of the year, and I'll see you guys there. So I forgot to show you guys this part, so I'll just show it to you super quick. So I'm gonna send untapped potential to Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm gonna send it to Kobe White, and I'm going to send it to Patrick Williams once again. As I've preached, I just think that those three, or not those three, I think that Patrick Williams and Kobe White are going to kind of be the future here for this team. So now they have Lonzo Ball coming off the bench. Just because this is Lonzo's video, I am going to start him. But I could definitely see it either way. So we have Kobe White, Shake Milton, Daniel Tice, and Serge Ibaka coming off the bench. That's pretty much going to be the rotation. So I'm just going to sim till the end of the year, and I'll see you guys there. So we did end up finishing with a pretty decent record. We ended up, I think, 52-30. I think that was right. So it was a little bit above average, but I don't know, man. Steph does win MVP with ridiculous numbers: 35, 5, and 13 with almost a steal and a half per game. 50, 40, 90. Absolutely insane. Ralph Rogers, Rookie of the Year. Russell Westbrook, 6th Man of the Year. I wonder who they have starting at point guard then. They had to have picked someone up, obviously. Jonathan Isaac, Defensive Player of the Year. Dusty. Ooh, this team might be kind of nice in the future. So they got Rookie of the Year and Ralph. And then they got Most Improved in Dusty Daniels. Interesting. Eric Spoelstra wins Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year. Once again, 3-time Executive of the Year. Andrew Truman. What a beast, man. So I do want to take a look at the Wizards and kind of see who their starting point guard is. That'll be interesting to me. So no Bulls anywhere, obviously, other than the defensive teams, which is cool, but it's it's nothing crazy. So let's take a look here. We are the 3 seed, so I want to take a look at player stats, see how our players did. Patrick Williams is turning into an absolute stud. We love to see that. We have another 20-point per game scorer alongside Zach LaVine now. Kobe White's almost there at 20 points per game. Jaren actually has been a pretty good addition. I mean, 17 and 8, you really can't argue with that, with pretty efficient numbers. Lonzo Ball, he's just a facilitator. I mean, he's good. He's just not really that guy, And Miles Turner, obviously defensively tremendous, 2.3 blocks per game and over a steal per game, but he's not really putting up the rebounding numbers that I kind of need him to. Shake Milton has put up pretty good numbers off the bench. I'm really happy with that. But nothing really stands out too much other than Patrick Williams. So I want to take a look at the Wizards real quick though, because who do they have starting? Oh, they have a 21-year-old 87 overall starting, and he was the first overall pick. So yeah, that makes sense. But I think I would just try to pair them up alongside each other. But what do I know? Anyway, we are going up against Toronto here, who have Nico Mannion as their starting point guard, Fred VanVleet, OG, Pascal, and Evan Mobley. So in this one, Evan Mobley, yeah, he must have went 4, which I think is a realistic spot for him, but I just don't know if it'll happen. So I think we'll lose. I really do. And we do end up losing in 5. So we'll go ahead and simulate the playoffs while I kind of close up this video. So moral of the story is, I do think that Lonzo Ball to the Bulls would be a good addition to the team. But realistically, I just don't know if it would make them contenders. I think the Vucevic trade was a solid trade. I really do. I think that since they were trying to make the playoffs right then and there, I think that it was phenomenal because they were just outside the playoffs, or at least the play-in. I mean, so I think that it was a solid move. I think next year will be a lot better for the Chicago Bulls when it comes to they'll get their chemistry back a little bit, all that good stuff. I think it'll make Zach LaVine want to stay, especially if they do end up making playoffs. But I just don't know. I don't know if Lonzo Ball going to Chicago would immediately make them a playoff team. I know that the one position that they truly lack is point guard, because Kobe White is more of a 2 as opposed to like a true point guard. But I think in the future Kobe White could probably play point guard. It's just right now he's just more of a pure scorer. So that is going to wrap it up for me. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. I am like 26 subscribers away from 100, so I would love to be able to hit that goal at some time, man. It would truly mean a lot to me. I've been trying to put out a lot of videos. Been a little bit inconsistent lately, but I think I'm very close. So I would love to be able to hit that 100 subscriber mark. So, but for now, man, this is King Turner signing out. If you guys have any other ideas, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But this is King Turner signing out. Peace.